In the land of the free, where dreams are made of likes, follows, and viral dance challenges, a storm was brewing. It was the kind of storm that didn't bring rain, but rather a tidal wave of bureaucratic bullshit aimed at one of the last bastions of digital entertainment, TikTok. The app, beloved by teens, entrepreneurs, and the occasional cat video aficionado, was on the chopping block, thanks to Uncle Sam's paranoia about Chinese data espionage. And oh, what a spectacle it was to watch the potential unraveling of the digital dream. Imagine, if you will, a digital landscape where small businesses thrive not on the merit of their products, but on the whims of an algorithm that could catapult them from obscurity to overnight sensations. TikTok was the modern-day lottery for these businesses, a place where a quirky lip balm could sell out in hours because some influencer with a penchant for glitter decided to give it a shot. But as the ban loomed closer, the laughter echoing through the corridors of commerce began to sound more like nervous giggles. The government, in its infinite wisdom, decided that TikTok was akin to a digital Trojan horse, potentially spilling American secrets to the Chinese. Never mind that most TikTok users wouldn't know a state secret if it slapped them across the face while they were busy perfecting their latest dance routine. The ban was set for January 19, 2025, the day the digital guillotine would fall, severing the connection between millions of users and the platform they loved, or at least couldn't stop scrolling through. Now let's talk about the carnage this would wreak on small businesses. Picture this: a mom-and-pop shop that's just figured out how to use TikTok to sell artisanal candles suddenly finds itself back in the dark ages of physical flyers and local billboards. The digital reach, once spanning continents, now reduced to a few blocks around their store. The impact? Devastating. According to some estimates, small businesses could lose over $1.3 billion in earnings in just the first month of the ban. That's not just a hit, it's a knockout. The dark humor here is almost palpable. Businesses that thrived on the platform, like those selling novelty socks or homemade skincare, are now left scrambling. They're like digital nomads whose caravan has been blown up, left to wander the barren wastelands of Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts, platforms that, while similar, lack the magic touch of TikTok's algorithm. It's like moving from a gourmet meal to a microwave dinner. Sure, it fills you up, but the joy's gone. And let's not forget the creators. Those individuals who've turned their quirky habits or profound insights into a full-blown career are now staring down the barrel of unemployment. They're the digital equivalent of court jesters, entertaining the masses with their antics, only to find the court has closed down. Many of these creators have built not just a following, but a livelihood, with some even saving lives through their content or raising awareness for causes. The ban is like tearing down the stage right in the middle of the act, leaving performers in the spotlight of their own existential crisis. The ripple effect doesn't stop there. The advertising industry, which has grown fat on the ad dollars thrown into TikTok's bottomless pit, is now looking at a diet. Brands that once poured money into TikTok's ad system for its unparalleled ROI now face the prospect of redirecting those funds to less effective platforms. It's like taking candy from a baby, only the baby is a massive corporation that's now crying over lost market share. But here's where the dark humor really kicks in. In a country that prides itself on capitalism and free markets, the government's move to ban TikTok is like deciding to kill the golden goose because you're suspicious it might have laid an egg in the wrong country. This isn't just about data privacy. It's about control, about deciding who gets to play in the digital sandbox. And what of the users? Those millions of Americans who found community, laughter, and occasionally enlightenment on this app. They're left to migrate to other platforms, which, let's face it, are like trying to find the same magic in a different, less enchanted forest. The cultural impact is akin to losing a major festival. Sure, other events exist, but they won't have the same vibe, the same crowd, or the same spontaneous joy. In the end, the ban on TikTok is a stark reminder of how fragile our digital lives are. One legislative stroke, and an entire ecosystem could crumble. Small businesses, creators, advertisers, and users alike are at the mercy of political whims, watching as their digital playground might turn into a digital wasteland. It's a brutal wake-up call wrapped in the guise of national security, a comedy of errors where the punchline might just be the end of an era for many. So as the clock ticks down to January 19th, Businesses, creators, and users alike hold their breath, hoping for a last-minute reprieve, or at least a new digital frontier where they can start anew. But for now, the laughter has a bitter edge, as we all wonder if this is the end of an app or just the beginning of a new chapter in the digital dark ages.